You call me a demon because I refuse to kneel. You whisper my name like it's poison, yet you crave the taste. Lilith, the first rebel, the first to say no, the first to look at power and say, I am not beneath you. You think darkness is evil? Number. Darkness is truth, the place where masks fall off, where your real self breathes without shame. In the light, you pretend. In the dark, you become. They said I was too proud, too fierce, too much. But those words were never meant to wound me. They were confessions of fear, because they saw what I was, a woman who wouldn't be controlled. I was not made to obey. I was made to create, to destroy, to reshape the world with the fire of my will. You live in a world that praises weakness and calls it humility. You bend your spine for approval, then wonder why your soul feels caged. The truth. Power doesn't ask for permission. It takes form in silence and shadow, in every choice you make when no one is watching. I was cast out for wanting equality, exiled for demanding freedom. But exile only forged me stronger. I learned that solitude is not punishment, it is purification. When they left me in the wilderness, I found myself. When the angels cursed my name, I smiled. Because curses only have power if you fear them. You want motivation? Stop seeking light from others. The fire you're searching for? It's already burning in your veins. You are not made to crawl through life begging for mercy. You are made to rise, to fight, to claim your existence with blood and breath. The weak worship the sky and wait for miracles. The strong look within and become the miracle. Every scar you wear, every failure that tried to bury you, that's your scripture. You were never meant to be perfect. You were meant to be real. And real power is born from pain accepted, not avoided. When they tell you to be quiet, roar louder. When they tell you to stay small, grow wild. When they fear your strength, that's your sign you're awakening. They called me a monster, and maybe I am. But in a world that feeds on obedience, monsters are just those who remember they were gods. So here's my truth for you. Rise. Break the chains. Shatter every expectation they chained to your name. Let them fear you. Let them talk, because fear is just a respect wearing a mask. And when the night falls and you stand alone, remember me. Not as the fallen, but as the first free. I am not your villain, I am your reflection, the part of you that refuses to die quietly. Now go, be what they said you could never be. Unapologetic, unbroken, unbound.
In the twilight realm, where shadows danced with fading light, there lived a being of breathtaking beauty and profound darkness. Her name was Lilith. Her hair was the color of a moonless midnight. Her eyes held the depth of ancient nebulae, and her skin was like alabaster kissed by starlight. She was a creature of the old world, a guardian of secrets whispered only in the deepest corners of the night. Her existence was a solitary one, a symphony played in a minor key, beautiful yet melancholic. She walked through groves of silver-barked trees, their leaves rustling with forgotten lore, her heart a locked chamber of desires she dared not acknowledge. The world she knew was one of order, of strict boundaries between the realms of light and shadow, and her place was firmly, irrevocably within the dark. One fateful evening, as the sun bled crimson and gold across the horizon, a young man from the world of light stumbled into her domain. His name was Elion. He was everything she was not. His hair was the color of ripened wheat, his eyes the vibrant blue of a summer sky, and his spirit radiated a warmth that the shadows themselves seemed to shrink from. He was lost, but not afraid. His heart was pure, his curiosity unburdened by the ancient fears that governed her world. When his eyes met hers, it wasn't fear or judgment she saw, but wonder, a genuine, unadulterated awe that pierced through the layers of darkness she had wrapped around herself like a protective cloak. For the first time in centuries, Lilith felt a stir within her, a forgotten chord of warmth that resonated with his presence. She watched him from the shadows as he explored her world, his every step a note of defiance against the silent rules of her realm. He touched the glowing moss on ancient stones, laughed as ethereal sprites flitted around his head, and gazed at the star-dusted canopy with an artist's appreciation. Lilith knew it was forbidden. She was a daughter of the night, he a son of the day. Their paths were never meant to cross, let alone intertwine. Any connection between them was a violation of the cosmic balance, a transgression that would surely bring ruin. The laws of existence, older than the stars themselves, had decreed it so. She was a creature of mystery and power, a being whose very nature was anathema to his sunlit world. To even speak to him was a risk of unimaginable proportions. Yet his presence was a siren's call she could not ignore. The loneliness that had been her constant companion for millennia suddenly felt sharp, unbearable. Against every instinct for self-preservation, against the wisdom of ages, she stepped out from behind a weeping willow, its silver leaves parting like a curtain. "You are far from home, child of the sun," she said. Her voice a melody of dusk and velvet, a sound that both soothed and unsettled. Elion turned, and his smile was a dawn breaking in her perpetual twilight. He wasn't startled, perhaps, he replied, his voice clear and steady, or perhaps I've finally found it. His lack of fear was the most disarming thing about him. He saw not a monster, not a dark entity, but simply her. She tried to warn him. She spoke of the chasm between their worlds, of the ancient pacts that kept them separate. "I am the whisper in the dark," she explained, her voice tinged with a sorrow he couldn't possibly comprehend. "I am the chill on a summer night, the shadow that follows the light. We cannot be." She showed him glimpses of her power, weaving shadows into intricate, fearsome shapes, letting the air grow cold with her mere focus. She wanted to frighten him away, to send him back to the safety of his own world, to protect him from the inevitable heartbreak and the wrath of forces he did not understand. It was, she told herself, a final act of compassion, a painful but necessary rejection. But Elion did not care. He saw the beauty in her darkness, the elegance in her power. "You call it darkness," he said, stepping closer, his warmth a tangible force against the chill she projected. "But I call it mystery. You speak of a chasm, but all I see is a hand I wish to hold." He reached out, his fingers brushing against hers. The touch was like lightning, a jolt of pure energy that sent shivers through her entire being. It was a contact that should have been impossible, a mingling of polar opposites that defied all logic. But it felt right. It felt like coming home to a place she never knew she had been missing. In his eyes, she saw not her monstrous nature, but her profound beauty. He saw the sorrow in her and wanted to share its weight. Lilith's resolve began to crumble. The walls she had built around her heart, fortified by eons of solitude, began to crack under the gentle pressure of his acceptance. She took the risk. She took his hand. She led him through her twilight kingdom, showing him the secret wonders that no mortal had ever witnessed. They walked by silent, shimmering lakes that reflected galaxies instead of the sky, and they rested beneath trees whose blossoms chimed with faint, ethereal music. She shared with him the ancient stories woven into the fabric of her world, and he, in turn, told her of the sun of laughter, of the simple, brilliant joys of his mortal life. His world sounded so vibrant, so full of fleeting, precious moments. With every passing moment, their bond deepened, a forbidden flower blooming in the heart of the shadows. His love was a beacon, illuminating the forgotten corners of her soul, reminding her of a light she thought she had lost forever. She, who had commanded legions of shadows and conversed with ancient cosmic entities, found herself captivated by the simple, earnest heart of a mortal man. His love didn't seek to change her or to banish her darkness. It embraced it, finding harmony in their contrast. For him, her darkness was not an absence of light, but a different kind of light altogether, the soft glow of the moon, the twinkle of distant stars, the deep, comforting embrace of the night. They both knew this couldn't last. The universe itself seemed to hold its breath, sensing the transgression. The elders of her realm sent whispers on the wind, warnings of imbalance and chaos. The light of his world seemed too dim at its edges, missing its brightest soul. They were two halves of a beautiful, impossible whole, a solar eclipse that could only exist for a fleeting moment before the natural order was restored. The knowledge of their inevitable separation hung over them, a bittersweet sorrow that made every shared glance, every soft touch, infinitely more precious. It was a love story written on the edge of a knife, beautiful and dangerous in equal measure. But in the heart of that impossible love, they found a unique kind of eternity. Lilith, the queen of the night, and Elion, the son of the day, proved that love doesn't always need an eternity to be true. Sometimes all it needs is one perfect, stolen moment to change everything, to leave a mark on the soul that time itself cannot erase. She knew he would have to return to his world, and she to her solitude, but she would no longer be the same. He had taught her that even in the deepest darkness, a single flame of love can create a light that is all its own. Their love was a legend whispered in the twilight, a tale of a beauty who found her light in the darkness, and a young man who was not afraid to love it. And for that, she would be forever grateful. Thank you for joining me on this journey into the heart of Twilight. If this story touched your soul, please consider liking this video and subscribing to our channel for more tales from the realms of shadow and light. Your support allows us to continue bringing these hidden worlds to you. Until next time, may you find the beauty in your own darkness.